What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we're still talking about Firecons. You see, the previous 3 videos I did were showing you the 3 Firecons coming out in War for Cybertron Siege 1. That is the new set coming out at the end of June. Well, it turns out we're not done yet, because we need to have a talk about Firecon Flame. Now, I did mention in my Firecon videos, hey, maybe we'll get some Firecon help, a card which is specifically designed to help the Firecons. Well, I didn't think we'd have one revealed quite so quickly, but we are getting one. It's called Firecon Flame, and in almost every way, it is perfect for Firecons. Now, the 3 Firecons, now I've done videos about all 3 of them, I'll link all 3 videos in the description. But what you basically need to know about Firecons is, we want to go full bore orange. We want to get the orangest deck we can ever get. We want to flip as many orange icons as we can possibly get away with. And then, of course, to that end, we want to go bold. Because bold lets you flip more, well, just more battle icons, more cards when you're attacking. Although, to be fair, we do actually want a little bit of tough for Flame Feather. It's just because they want orange icons when you defend. Problem is, in order to flip more when you defend, you have to go tough, which means you want to play blue icons to really make the most of tough. But of course, you don't want to be playing blue icons because we're going full bore orange. Cool. So, what does this do? Well, first of all, it's got an orange icon, which is great, because as I just mentioned, we want orange icons, so that's pretty wonderful. And then what it does, it's an upgrade utility, and being a utility is nice because we want things like Flamethrower, for instance, to give yourself bold. And we want things like Force Field as an armor to keep yourself alive and on the field, but there's no particular utility we want to play. And what it does is it gives each of your Firecons bold 1. Now, it can only be put on Firecons, that's very important. But if you put this on one of your Firecons, each of your Firecons has bold 1. That's ridiculous. Now, initially, right, I look at this card and I see that it's got bold 1, and I go, well, who cares? Because I can go Flamethrower and get bold 2 and still have an orange icon. But there's 2 amazing things about this. First of all, it gives all of your Firecons bold 1. And secondly, and please don't sleep on this, it can go in your utility slot, by which I mean that's the only place it goes. I was lucky enough to be able to spoil mounted missiles back in Wave 2. And the thing about mounted missiles was that it gives you +2 attack, but it can go into any of your slots. It can be a weapon, it can be an armor, or it can be a utility. To be fair, it's always a weapon, but it can take up your armor or utility slots. It's ridiculous. It's amazing. Because you can boost your attack without using your weapon slot. And that's what's happening here. You can still play Flamethrower. You can still get your bold 2. Remember that you can play Power Sword to give yourself bold 3, but firstly, only 2 of your Firecons are melee characters. Flame Feather is not. And secondly, it's got a blue icon, so it kind of goes against all of your orange icon loving. So as sad as it makes me, I'd probably rather go Flamethrower here so that it can go on any of them, etc, etc. So that's your weapon slot. This then goes in your utility slot. And the second, and this is huge, it affects all of your Firecons. So, and it's a weird way of thinking about it. We've got to wrap our head around it a little bit. But it is kind of like giving bold 3. Now, it's not, let's be clear. It is giving bold 1, but it's giving bold 1 to 3 characters. They are 8 stars each, so they add up to a 24-star deck. And this is cool. Now, maybe you're playing something like all-out attack, or maybe your opponent's only got 1 character, so their only character is tapped, and then you're attacking with all 3 of yours. Because if all of your opponent's characters are tapped, then you have your turn like normal, but instead of attacking with 1 of your Transformers at the end of your turn, you attack with all of them. So here, you basically are getting bold 3. That's not going to be often, mind you. But it is an option. And then you're really making the most of this. But of course, I'm saying you get bold free because you put this on one and all three get it. You could put this on all three, and then each of your individual Firecons gets bold free. Now, remember you can only attach one upgrade per turn unless you start mucking about with stuff like new designs or some other card that can accelerate upgrades. But let's say you've got one of these on each of your Firecons, and then you attach a flamethrower, all of a sudden you got bold 5. Each Firecon flame gives each of your Firecons bold 1. One on each gives each of them bold 3. Add a flamethrower, bold 2, bold 5. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, all of the yes. This adds up extremely quickly. And this is perfect for Firecons. You want an orange icon, you want bold, and you don't really want to take your weapon slot because your weapon slot can be used for bold. I'm not saying there aren't any other utilities you want to play here, but I am saying that when we're looking at upgrades that you really want to play, that I went through in my Firecon videos, none of them were utilities. I adore this, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely adore this. So what we need to do now is give ourselves a quick reminder of the free Firecons and see how great this can be. So let's take Raider Sinosaur, first one we looked at in the video, so let's say first one we look at here. When you're attacking in bot mode, if you flip at least 4 orange icons, you do 2 damage to a tapped enemy. Now, if you're playing all orange icons, you should be flipping 2 orange. Now, if you flip a white icon, then you're flipping an extra 2 battle cards, 4 in total, but one of them was white. So really here you need to hit a white and a double orange, but white's got to be one of the first 2. And then you should hit it. What you really want here is bold 2. Because if you've got bold 2, you're flipping 4 cards, and that means that you should be flipping 4 orange icons. I'm assuming here that we're building it with only orange and a few white, which I really do think is the way Firecons have to be built. I am an aggressive style player. In terms of the card game, not my personality. I'm a mellow dude, I'm chill. But the point is, I think this deck you have to make it, even though I generally make most decks full orange, I think here everyone kind of has to. And if you can get bold 2 with all orange and a couple of white icons, you should hit this basically every time. So okay, this isn't giving you bold 2, it's giving you bold 1. But firstly, hitting a white icon would then pretty much guarantee, which is nice. And secondly, if you get 2 of these on, 1 on each of 2 characters, then you're getting the bold 2 and you're off. Probably flamethrower would be a better use here because that gives you bold 2, but it's still pretty good. But the one I'm absolutely loving here is Sergeant Sparkstalker. Because if you flip in bot mode, 3 orange icons, you draw 2 cards. So here you really just need bold 1. Bold 1 means you're flipping 3 battle cards when attacking. If you're going full orange, you should hit 3 orange. If you hit a white icon, then you flip 2 more and you're flipping 5 cards in total. And unless you hit 3 white icons and you don't hit a double orange, then you're getting this and you're rolling. And this is what I love about this. It lets you hit what you need to be hitting. Certainly with Sparkstalker, this is going to work. Now, to be fair, we still run into the Raider Flamethrower problem, which is it's a range character, not a melee, but more importantly, when you defend, you boost your attack with orange icons. And I love this skill. It's a great skill. But like I've said, to make the most of it, you need tough. To make the most of tough, you need blue icons. I just don't think you're doing that here. And that's a little bit sad. But remember that Raider Flamefeather, when you flip it into alt mode, each of your Firecons gets bold 1. So now with a single Firecon flame and Raider Flamefeather's ability, now you are at bold 2, so Raider Cindersaur here can absolutely crush. And this, to go back to an earlier point before we finish, this is the first deck in a very long time, because this is a natural deck of 3 Firecons. This is the first deck in a long time when I thought, I want to play all out attack. Because generally speaking, you play all out attack, all of your characters gets to attack. But then all your characters are tapped, so then on your opponent's turn, all of their untapped characters get to attack. But if you get 1 or 2 of these down, each of your characters gets bold 1 or 2, and then Raider Flamefeather gives each of your Firecons bold 1, so you could legitimately be having bold 3 or bold 4 for all of your characters. And if you've got 3 characters, all of which has like bold 3 or 4, then I think it might be worth attacking with all of them in one go and just absolutely smashing, especially bearing in mind that you're going to be playing an all-orange deck, so your attacks are going to be beefier, and Raider Cindersaw is going to get 2 cheeky damage. I am excited to play this deck. I'm going all orange. I'm definitely playing 3 of these in my Firecon deck, and I'm considering All Out Attack. Please don't remind me it was a convention exclusive card and is very expensive, because remembering that will make me sad. But this is the point of the video where I want to know what you think about all of these, so please do let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where we talk about Transformers and a whole bunch of other games. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.